Hello, so today we are going to make some extremely chocolatey chocolate cookie biscuits filled with a lovely chocolate ganache. So let's begin. So we're going to start by weighing everything out again, and as per usual, normally we keep the butter super soft so it's easier to work with, okay? So we're just going to start by weighing the butter into a big bowl, followed by the sugar. Now these are extremely chocolatey, so substitutions are completely all right. If you want to change the chocolate, that's completely fine. If you want to throw some nuts in, some seeds in, that is completely delicious as well. So I'm going to go in with the sugar, and as you can see, it's not that much sugar actually. That's because of all of the chocolate. Okay, so the sugar goes in. So I'm going to start creaming these two together. So the creaming process is literally mixing the sugar and the butter together and creaming it. You don't need to go too much on this part. This is completely fine. Next, we are going to chop some chocolate. But I've got big pellets like this, so if you can source smaller ones, that's completely fine. But if you want to get big ones like this and just roughly chop them up into smaller chunks, that's also nice. That gives like a little bit of a different texture to the cookie as well, because you'll have some smaller broken bits of chocolate and you'll have some larger bits of chocolate. So obviously when that cooks, it's all going to cook at different times, leaving a bit more of gooey chocolate inside the cookie. Literally going to throw that in. So yeah, this is a really good recipe. Normally when I make biscuits or cookies, I'll make a larger batch because these keep extremely well in their fridge. They keep even better in the freezer. So when you just want to pull some out and cook some, they're already there waiting to go, which is very nice indeed. Okay, so there's some more chocolate. It's going to go. Mix all of that in. I'm going to use the same bowl to weigh in the 5 grams of vanilla. So with this, you can add different things as well. You could add some orange flavouring, loads of different flavouring. Whatever combination you like, we can add that. I like vanilla, especially with these cookies. Okay, so that's there. Egg yolk will go next. So normally, when we crack open an egg, we've got 30 grams for the white, 20 grams, 24 grams for the yolk, depending on what size egg we get. Keep the yolk out. The yolk in. As you come to realise through a lot of these videos, the processes are quite the same, even with making cakes. Sugar and butter together, followed by the egg, followed by the flour. So we're doing the exact same steps in making the cookie as well. Next we're going to add the flour. Again, I don't want to add all the flour at once, so I'm just going to add it in 2. slowly. Even the smell of that vanilla in this dough, I can just smell it now. So there we go, it's ready for the next stage. So the second amount of sugar, flour, goes in. So you know, I like to weigh everything in one bowl. Try to be slow when you do it. It saves on the washing up, believe me. You just have to be quite careful that you don't put too much in. So it's better to go a little bit at a time than throw quite a lot in. It's difficult to take it out, but it's always easy to add it. So as this gets more crumblier, I'm going to put a lot more pressure on to mix it. But it still all comes together. I'm pressing down and mixing it. This is a Maurice, I trust by this. It scrapes off every last little bit of everything from the bowl. See? I'm going to get a little spoon to just help me scrape what's on the Maurice off. Look at that. Our cookie dough is ready. So depending on how big you want these, bearing in mind this is extremely, extremely chocolatey. So my preference is to go smaller rather than large. So what I'm going to do now is ball them. Okay. I'm going to show you a size of how I would ball them. Just into little balls like this. I want to try and get them the same size, because what we're going to do is we're going to make a sandwich out of them. That wonderful chocolate filling we are about to make. So when we bake these cookies, we're going to bake them in the oven 10 minutes, 175 degrees. When they come out, they'll be quite soft. You need to leave them to set a little bit. When the filling gets added, the cookies need to be completely cold, otherwise the filling will melt. So basically we're just looking for balls like this. Push them down a little bit, and they're going to spread out just a touch into cookies. I'll leave them there. So now onto that delicious chocolate filling that we're going to use to fill our cookies with. So I need a pan, and I'm going to put the cream in the pan. We're going to warm that up with the sugar. Okay, sugar goes in. So this is a chocolate ganache we are making now. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring this up to the boil. We don't want to boil it over, so be extremely careful with that. Give my Maurice a little wash. I'm going to use this for the ganache. So I have my chocolate weighed out here, and I've got another big bowl because I'm going to actually do it in the big bowl. So I'm going to slightly chop some of this chocolate up as well, just to make it easier to melt when I put the hot cream mixture over it. So I'm going to chop it into, let's say, quarters. With this ganache, it does need to sit in the fridge to harden up, so you can't use it straight away. Once again, this is nice to do in advance and just have it there. I'm going to set it in this bowl in the fridge with a little bit of cling film touching the top of it so it doesn't get a skin. So as that cream is coming up, I'm just going to slightly move it to make sure the sugar is dissolved throughout. Give it a little stir, Maurice. Another thing to do with the cookie dough, if you want, is, which I'll show you what my cream is coming up to boil. Cling film, or even baking paper. Baking paper is good as well. I like cling film because then it's all wrapped up when you put it in the freezer. So I have some dough here. I'm going to get a nice little bit. And I'm just going to spread it along like that. And then going to get the cling film and roll it over. And I'm going to bring it back with my hands and press it into this sausage shape. When you've got this sausage shape, that's when you can start shaping it, rolling it. It's covered in cling film, so it's perfect. I'm going to pinch the ends and I'm going to roll it. I'm going to keep on rolling it. As you can see, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to bring this off. This is starting to come to the boil, so we're going to bring this off, put it back on in a second. So what I'm going to do now is very important. There's nothing more annoying than when you wrap something up and you're trying to find the edge. So you're trying to find the edge of the cling film and you just end up cutting it, and you don't want to destroy the cookie. So what I love to do, this is a little trick, is have a little bit of extra cling film here at the top, which I'm going to just scrunch down that like that. And it's produced this little lip here. I'm then going to twist my sausage shaped cookie dough at that end and twist it at that end as well. So we have now a beautiful cylindrical shaped cookie dough with a nice little pull here, so you know exactly where you're going to unwrap it from. These, you can do loads of these and you can wrap them up, put them in the freezer, bring them out at a time. If you want to do like a lovely little dinner party, canapé at the end of your meal or anything fun like that, to get them all the same size, you can weigh how much dough you are going to put onto your cling film, and that's going to really help you get them all the same size and looking all identical. Okay, let's put this back on there now. So that cream just started to bubble a little bit, which would have been perfect to add over my chocolate. So we're bringing it back up to the boil again. And the thing is with cream, it's best to watch it, because if that boils over, it keeps coming up. It keeps coming up and boiling over like a volcano, and it's a mess to clean. Look, we've saved up on the washing up already with just using 2 bowls. So let's not boil any cream over. So it's starting to bubble. And that is perfect. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour that onto my chocolate. So it's onto my chocolate. And I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it for a few seconds to make sure the chocolate starts to melt, which it is. I don't want to mix it too soon because what will happen is they might get lumps in the chocolate. We don't really want lumps in the chocolate. So I'm just going to leave it a little bit. And because my chocolate was big, I've cut it up into manageable pieces for it to melt evenly. Okay. I'm going to start mixing it slowly now from the middle outwards and scrape around the edge, middle outwards. I'm scraping around the edge. Looks quite liquidy, but believe me, when this sets up, it's delicious. Starting to get nice, silky and shiny as that all gets mixed in. Look at that. That's even a wonderful chocolate sauce. There we go. Perfect. Perfect chocolate sauce. I'm going to scrape it now into this bowl with the Maurice, which is going to get every last little bit off. And I'm going to get the cling film. Put it on the top. And I want it to touch chocolate. It needs to touch it because you don't want steam and condensation to be produced, and you don't want a skin, so it has to touch the chocolate like that. Okay, and then that's going to go into the fridge just to harden up a little bit so I can use it. And again, in true fashion, here's what I've made earlier. And some cookies I have baked earlier, which are nice and cool now, so it's ready for me to add the filling. So I've got the filling in this piping bag, so it's easy for me to pipe out. The balls of the cookies, what I've done is I've measured them up against the sizes of ones which are the same. I'm just piping a round circle.
Now you say you're lovely.
So looking at the recipe, you can see these are extremely chocolatey. If anyone's a chocolate lover, this is fantastic. And these look so wonderful to make as a snack.
Now you say you're sorry.
And there's a lot of ganache. So see, this will get all of the cookies. So all the cookie dough, it's the exact same amount. Maybe you want to go a little bit less on this, it depends. Maybe you want to just decorate the cookies on the top. It's completely up to you. But I like to put them in the middle. Put a little bit of icing sugar on after when you serve them. And there we go. Look at these wonderful little super extreme chocolate chip cookies. Okay, I hope you enjoy baking. Bye.